And yeah, thank you everyone for coming today. We're really excited to be having this event. We had our first, 2 years ago? Was it
3?
3 years ago now, yes, that's right. So we had a much smaller event about 3 years ago when we brought together a group of people who had different experiences and different perspectives around body image, and that was largely clinicians, bloggers, academics, third sector like myself, and so it was a smaller group. And we had really interesting discussion just about, mainly focused around where are some of the research gaps in this area. And that developed into a couple of papers that we presented, and that has taken on a bit of a life of its own. And since then, obviously, Petra's been busy working away on this area, and we felt that it was time again just to bring everyone back together. This is a topic that's got real interest at the minute. The Scottish Government have just announced that they're really keen to develop a piece of work that would be around developing for young people, by young people. Not quite clear what it is yet, but it will either be some sort of guidance, whether it's a website, whether it's an app, whatever it may be, that helps young people navigate healthy social media use. So it's on topic, it's here. The Scottish Government have given it quite a bit of emphasis in the new mental health strategy in other areas. So it's great that you can be part of really thinking through what are some of these solutions and how do we start to empower people to take control of how they use social media in a healthy way. I think that's all from me.
Yes, and thank you again for coming. I'm glad you all can join us here. So I'm hoping for a positive and happy morning where we talk about social media in an encouraging and empowering way, and start thinking about our own uses of that and how we can take that forward. And so the bottom line, and what I'm hoping that we get out of today, is that we brainstorm together in this beehive that we got here, people of various ages, various occupations, experiences, and everything, that we come together to some sort of recommendations for how social media can be used in a healthy way by young people. So we're not waiting for Scottish Government to tell us how to do this. We're actually going to come up with the ideas ourselves, right, this morning. And so to facilitate this type of thinking, we'll have 5 very brief talks by 5 amazing speakers that all are coming to this from a different perspective. And after each of the talks, we'll have 4 brainstorming sessions. We just couldn't fit 5 in the morning that we have, in the 3 hours that we have. So you can see the agenda in front of you. And so in the agenda in front of you, you have the big overlook of the day, but you also have individual worksheets for each of the brainstorming sessions. And so the idea there is that you think about these questions on your own, and then you discuss with the group on your table. Okay, so we have 6 groups. 6 groups of you. Each group has pens and paper and prompting questions. There'll also be 4 facilitators: Julie, myself, my colleague Andrea Toner, and Ian French from the Mental Health Foundation in the back. And we'll be going between the tables just to see how you guys are doing. And so this collective thinking within your group that's based on these individual questions, but also based on what you come up with in the group, will be written down on the sheets of paper in front of you. And so we'll be repeating this after each talk. We'll be progressing further and further along our thinking about these things until in the end, hopefully, we come up with the big ideas and the big recommendations. And we'll have an overall meeting at the end for 20 minutes where we pull together all the table's recommendations and ideas. And so what happens after you leave today? You leave us all these, all the great ideas that you have. If you want to pick up your individual sheets and take them home, that's completely fine. But the group thinking that you have put on these big papers there, I request that those stay with us, because I'll be working on those to be going through them and finding common ideas, finding the things that maybe cross between the groups that show some consensus, and I'll be summarizing those in a report. I am preparing and will be launching a project website called healthymedia.org. It's still under development, and it has some of our team from the initial meeting that Julie mentioned are listed there, but there will be more stuff coming up in the next few weeks. And the things that we come up with from this meeting will be part of that website as well. And Mental Health Foundation is having their Mental Health Awareness Week in 13th of May, the week of the 13th of May. And their theme this year is also body image. So they'll be using these recommendations as well, and we'll try to spread the word as much as possible through social media, through the mainstream media. The idea is that what you all come up with here can take a life of its own and can be spread to other young people across Glasgow and Scotland and hopefully beyond. So it's a working meeting, but it's also a fun meeting. Bottom line is I want you to have fun. I want you to meet new people. And I also want you to stay in touch. And so in the back there, you'll see 2 white sheets of paper. And so if you want to follow one another on Twitter, just write your handle there. And I'll go write my own Twitter handle if anyone else can do that as well. And so we can follow each other on social media too. And I'll email everyone after the event. When the report is ready, I'll do a follow-up to this event and I'll send everyone a message. We're shooting video of the brief talks that we'll have today, so those will also be uploaded on the website, so you can see them again or you can share them and so on. So the hope is very much that this lives on, this event, and whatever we talk about today and we come up with today will have legs and we'll move on and help others beyond this room. Okay.